Not long ago, I came across a video, one that sparkled a lot of discomfort. The speaker, though likely well intentioned, painted local African communities as being distant from conservation, as though we needed education, as though we lacked the values and the capacity to care for wildlife. But here's the thing, that narrative is not only wrong, it's colonial. It erases generations of lived experience. It silences our tradition, and worse, it implies that conservation came to Africa from outside. Let's set the record straight. In many African cultures, wildlife isn't just something we see, it's something we are. The Kikuyu people saw fig tree as sacred. They don't cut a mugumo tree. The Maasai have lived alongside lions and kettles for centuries, maintaining a balance that outsiders could barely understand. Communities near Lake Turkana, Mount Elgon, or Kakamega Forest all have stories, sacred stories, that teach respect for the earth and all its being. So, no, we didn't need anyone to teach us conservation. What we needed was for our voices to be heard, our practices to be respected, and our leadership to be valued. Colonial conservation was built on fences, on exclusion, on people being removed from their ancestral lands in the name of protecting nature. Today, many global conservation models still reflect that thinking. They center Western science while marginalizing indigenous knowledge. They tokenize local communities instead of putting them in the driver's seat. But what if we flipped that? What if we centered conservation around communities, not as an afterthought, but as the foundation? I've seen the power of community led conservation firsthand, from the youth planting indigenous trees in Nairobi to elders in Loita Hills teaching their children how to live with wildlife, that is, especially the elephants. Let's stop asking whether local people care about conservation. The better question is, are the systems of conservation caring for them? It's time to stop the gatekeeping. Conservation belongs to all of us, but for many of us, it started long before the textbooks. If you're part of a conservation organization, ask who is in the room when decisions are made. If you are telling conservation stories, make sure they're not just from parks, but from the people who live around them. And if you, like me, grew up being told your voice wasn't part of this movement, know this, you are the movement.